A man is in jail tonight accused of stabbing his teenage son in the back after an argument. State police say the alleged attack happened inside the family home. They tell Ross Guidotti it was allegedly sparked over something many parents and teenagers tend to argue about. Ross?
Investigators say this all happened when an argument broke out between a parent and a child over picking up around the house. If you've ever raised a child, you know what we're talking about. But in this particular instance, it got way out of control, and the young man ended up going to the hospital with a stab wound to his back. His father ended up going to jail. State police say 58-year-old Richard Kane and his son's anger at each other exploded into violence inside this Bell Township home.
It appears that it was a very heated argument that just escalated and got out of control.
According to court documents, Kane and the young man were at odds over the 16-year-old getting a ride somewhere and the teen's apparent lack of attention when it came to household duties.
So it was over the cleanliness and keeping up with chores around the house.
Troopers say the young man started throwing things at his father. Witnesses telling investigators Kane then allegedly grabbed a knife and blood was spilled.
The youth had his arms wrapped around the father's waist, and subsequently the knife was plunged into his back.
The young man's mother told police she tried to intervene, but Kane pushed her away and continued to hold the now bleeding young man down before eventually letting his son get up.
After the fact, she was able to get him out of the house and get him to safety.
The mother and son went to another home where they called for help. The boy was then rushed to UPMC Presbyterian Hospital in Pittsburgh, where he was last listed in stable condition. Kane, whose records show pleaded guilty to assault and strangulation in a separate incident 2 years ago, was arrested at the scene. Kane apparently telling investigators at one point that he did not remember stabbing his son. Cited as a threat to the public, Richard Kane has been denied bond. He's being held in the Westmoreland County Jail facing multiple charges to include aggravated assault. His son, meanwhile, we understand, is recovering from his injuries and is going to be okay.